Snoopy, you'll have to be all the animals in our play. Can you be a sheep? How about a cow? How about a penguin? Yes, he's even a...
We interrupt your regularly scheduled program to bring you breaking news on Family Tree Fantasy Football. We send it out to John Shore, standing by at the league office. Thank you, Bill. We are standing by, awaiting comment from the league commissioner regarding his recent resignation. And here is the commissioner now. We'll send it down to the podium.
Thank you for joining us today. I'm going to make a statement, and then I'm going to open it up to questions. Last week, I made a hasty decision after a firestorm of criticism was directed at me, mostly at the hands of the Abad of the Family Tree. Exhausted from a very difficult season of managing my team, and then devastated after a difficult playoff loss at the hands of the guys on Buffaloes, I reacted inappropriately. For that, I apologize. So first and foremost, to my players, to the fans, and to my fellow franchise owners of the Family Tree Fantasy Football League, I am deeply sorry for my actions. I come before you today to retract my resignation, to renounce my threats to fold the league, and to denounce my attacks against owners Ben and Joe Abadjian. I am deeply sorry for any turmoil that my irresponsible behavior may have caused. I hold here a large box of Pampers that arrived at my door today, sent by Ben Abadjian of House of Pain as a peace offering. Ben, I accept your peace offering, and I absolve you of any crimes that you may have committed against the cheerfulness of the league. Now these Pampers will come in handy, as we are planning on hosting two members of the Abadjian family, two brothers, are planning to visit in January, to visit the league office. Now I plan to outfit them with these Pampers throughout their visit. Now most of you know the Abadjian boys can wreak havoc on a fantasy football league, but what you may not know is that they also are equally devastating to indoor plumbing, specifically toilets. So these will come in handy, and Ben, I thank you. With that, I'm going to open the floor to some questions, and we will start all the way in the back underneath the painting of the ship there, North of Nowhere Tribune.
Tom, we've heard a lot of speculation here north of nowhere that there might be a second league in the coming, or this league might be salvaged. What are the odds that this time next year you're the commissioner of a fantasy football league?
That's a good question. That's a very good question. Will I be a commissioner of a league this time next year? Well, I can put to rest any rumors that I may have started. I will not be starting a new league. This league means too much to too many people to see it destroyed, myself included. Will I be a commissioner? I can't answer that question today. Will I be a participant in the Family Tree Fantasy Football League? You better believe it. Over here in the back, the Jamaicans.
This is Jaheim Jones from the Money Making Jamaican Journal.
Yes, Jaheim. Thank you. Go ahead with your question, please.
This is great news for the league, but bad news for the fans, especially those in Jamaica that just flat out hate you and think you should be thrown in jail. What do you have to say about these conspiracies against you that keep on coming, especially from the Abadjian family, and the fans in Jamaica and all over the place? I just lost respect for you.
James, that's an outrageous claim. First of all, I know that as the commissioner of this league, I am loved by the Jamaicans. No other commissioner has ever even considered putting a franchise in Jamaica. I love Jamaica. Jamaica is like a second home to me. I plan to deliver Christmas cookies and Christmas hams to the people of Jamaica. They are still on the way. Don't believe the propaganda that Jaheim Jones is perpetrating here, people of Jamaica. I am on your side.
Mr. Commissioner?
Yeah, Jaheim, go ahead. Go ahead.
So did you or did you not cheat?
I did not cheat your organization. The Suburban Screaming Bats won that game fair and square. I will argue this point to my grave. Now, your team has a shot at possibly winning the toilet bowl. And that in itself is a great accomplishment. Now, one thing I forgot to mention earlier in the press conference in my statement is that I have decided to sanction my team because of my irresponsible behavior and because of the danger I put this league in. The sanctions will be the Suburban Screaming Bats, or whatever they are going by next year, will draft last in the 2013 draft. Additionally, the winner of the Toilet Bowl will choose the name of my franchise. Therefore, Jamaicans, you have a shot at winning the Toilet Bowl and naming my team.
Waiting for an answer, Mr. Commissioner. Are you or are you not cheating? The world is waiting. The world is tuning in. Millions of people are listening to this press conference right now. Camera is facing you. Have you been cheating? Are these conspiracies true?
Now, Jaheim, I just answered your question. Am I a cheater? I am not a cheater. I have never cheated, and I will not cheat in the future. I lead an honest organization here. I am not a crook. I have done right by you all season, and I will continue to do so. You're obviously trying to start some kind of feud between me and the government and the people of Jamaica, and it won't work. Like I said, I am a great supporter of Jamaica. I am bringing the first Blood Bowl to Jamaica. This game is going to be played in Jamaica. You're welcome, Jamaicans. That's right. I am sending the first Blood Bowl to Jamaica. We have already sold over 250,000 seats. That's right, 250,000 seats. I am practically an honorary Jamaican. This will not work. This campaign against me that you are perpetrating will not work. I will not allow it to work. I will continue to be a friend of the Jamaican. Now let's change the subject. Yes, North of Nowhere Tribune.
Well known as an avid UCLA fan, and I think we'd like to hear your thoughts on the basketball team's struggles this year. Are you keeping hope alive for them? And also, UCLA's got a good bowl matchup with Baylor. What do you think of their chances in that game?
You know, as a UCLA fan, I am ecstatic at this last football season. I'm really not even ready to focus on basketball. I am, however, quite disappointed. You know, I was expecting more out of Shabazz Muhammad, but what are you going to do? We're going to sort of just wait and see what happens. The jury's still out, but if things don't turn around, I'm sorry to say that Ben Howland most likely will have to go. As far as the Baylor matchup in the Holiday Bowl, I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a great offensive show, and I think that the defense led by Jim Elmora and Lou Spanos will be the difference. Bruins by 14.
Do you hold out any interest for who ends up winning the Blood Bowl?
Holding out hope for the Blood Bowl. I am anxiously anticipating this first Blood Bowl. It is going to be a spectacle. It is going to be a media spectacle in Jamaica. But right now, Liquored Up Kicker has to be the odds-on favorite. They have the most outstanding owner. She has pushed the right buttons all season, and she will continue to do so throughout the playoffs, I believe. When pressed for a pick earlier, I selected Liquored Up Kicker versus the North of Nowhere Nincompoops, and I'm going to stand by that. Jaheim, go ahead. Go ahead, Jaheim.
Many people compare you to Bill Belichick as a coach. Here are some comparisons between you and Belichick. You both bench players. You both run up the score. You both have Brady, Gronkowski, Woodhead, Vereen, and Ridley on your team. And you both have a problem with cheating. What do you have to say about that?
Jaheim, I resent those allegations. I resent the comparison. I am nothing like Bill Belichick. I resent Bill Belichick. I am disgusted by Bill Belichick, to be quite honest with you. Bill Belichick cost me the matchup against Liquored Up Kicker that nearly cost me the playoffs. Bill Belichick left Gronkowski in the game too long, which cost me a shot at the Blood Bowl. I am disgusted by that comparison. I am not a cheater. Now I urge you, you go look at the stats. You do the math yourself, Jaheim, before you bring these accusations to my table. That is an unfounded lie, and I will not sit here and be attacked like that. All I can say is, once again, thank you for participating this season. We have a lot of very, very exciting things in store for Blood Bowl week, for the championship, and it is going to be a great ride on through 2013, 2014, so on and so forth. The Family Tree Fantasy Football League will live on. I hope to be your commissioner in the future, but I will leave that in your hands. Owners, fans, and all the people that have made this Family Tree Fantasy Football League season the greatest of all time. Thank you again.
The 6 Hour News is presented each evening Monday through Friday. 6 people were arrested according to